It's a 1-hour movie starring Stephen Baldwin. It illustrates the crucifixion of Jesus through the eyes of a thief played by Baldwin. It's an account of redemption and grace. The next segment has been sponsored by Open the Bible, and here's Executive Director John Aiello with more about the film.
You know, it's interesting. The Bible, by a landslide, is the best-selling book of all time. It's not even close. But I think what people would realize is that you see a lot of unopened Bibles on shelves, right? And that's something that we've seen for years and years. Open the Bible started about 20 years ago, and it's a nonprofit ministry with the singular focus of getting people into the Bible. So we've got radio programs, websites, mobile apps, books, films, anything that we can do to help people open the Bible for themselves, open it with others, just get them into God's Word. We'll reach about 15 million people this year in about 230 countries around the world. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
The title of the film, Heaven, How I Got Here, A Night with a Thief on the Cross, airs Palm Sunday. Give me the background of the film.
Yeah, so, my dad died about 11 years ago, and before he did, he came to a real strong faith in Jesus, largely because of a sermon he'd heard from Pastor Colin Smith of Open the Bible. This sermon was about the thief on the cross. People may be familiar, the book of Luke, chapter 23. We learn about these two thieves that hung on either side of Jesus. And these were some bad dudes. You don't get crucified in first century Jerusalem for nothing. But one of these thieves, while he had been yelling and screaming at Jesus like the other guy, by the end of the day had a real transformation. He turned to Jesus and said, you know, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And Jesus looked at him while suffering and said, today you'll be with me in paradise. It's a story that, unlike any other in the Bible, talks about how we get to heaven. It's not necessarily by how we live our lives. It's really for what Jesus did for us and then turning to him. And so we thought this was a powerful story. It certainly was for my father. And we decided to write a book, tell a little bit about this guy's life, maybe what led him to become a thief and so forth. So people could relate to it. And the book was very successful. We did a radio drama, a one-man play, and then we ultimately filmed the one-man play. And Stephen Baldwin brought this character to life in a way that was super powerful. It tells the story of Jesus and what happened to him on the cross from a very different perspective, the guy hanging next to him.
Stephen Baldwin, as you mentioned, is the main character in it. How did you guys bring him on board?
Yeah, we had a lot of names across our table about people that we were thinking of getting involved. And what we really wanted to do from the get-go, Amy, was find somebody who, like the thief, had a transformation in their life. And a lot of the Christian actors we could find were, no offense to them, but kind of squeaky clean. And the thief certainly was not squeaky clean. And so Stephen had a past and had a wonderful transformation experience. We reached out to his people, were fortunate enough to have a common connection. I became friends with him later on, and he told me the second he heard that the thief on the cross was the subject, he knew the project was for him. And he had a very personal connection to this, a very emotional performance. It's really something people should see.
We're talking about thief, we're talking about on the cross. Is this something that the entire family can watch together?
Absolutely. I would say crucifixion is an important and weighty topic, and something that families may want to talk to youngsters about. But if we're going to talk about Easter, it's where this stuff happened. And so, yeah, absolutely something families can watch. And not only families, I would hope that people invite others around their circle, their friends, neighbors, people who might not know the story of Jesus and who may not be familiar with the story of the thief, and watch this and talk about it, and ultimately maybe even open the Bible a little bit together. Yeah.
All right, well, looks interesting. John, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Amy. Thanks so much.
For more info, you can head online to openthebible.org. You can make sure you have access to all of that. The movie is available on iTunes, Amazon, and ChristianCinema.com. And of course, we'll post this link on our website at studiostl.tv.